Welcome back to the Mindcracker. We're back on the Mindcrack server. If you hadn't guessed from welcome back to the Mindcracker, we're doing work on the lens. Check it out. The lens. Did I just say the lens? I didn't say that. Strike that, reverse it. We're doing work on the arcology. Slip of the tongue. I've done some more work. I've done a few more trips. Hello, Iron Golem. Prepare to meet your doom. There he goes. Dying in the fire. Okay, so I did some more work. And we did another trip or two to the desert to get a lot more sand, to turn it into glass and dye it into the white glass. And the cap on this thing is complete. I did some testing to see how much of this we could cover, and this is how much. I had a version where I capped more of this so that there were 3 blocks. You can see right here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 open blocks in front of these doors. If you go and you put one more strip of bricks there, to where you got 3 open ones, the golems stop spawning. So this is as closed as it can get. I guess we could probably close this part. And we could close the center too, I'm pretty sure. The important bit is that the doors have air over top of them. So maybe at one point we will put a cap over that as well, just to make it look prettier. But it's mostly done. And we've got a bunch of dispensers here with water. We're going to do basically like the opening ceremony type stuff, where we drop the water for the first time. Ouch! Sorry, cow. So that's what it looks like, empty. We've got a lot of extra space. Whoa! Skeleton. In there. Okay. That freaked me out. Like Zed camera had become self-aware. There's no one else online. That kind of spooked me a little bit, but there's a skeleton in there shooting me. Let me come stand over here. Zed camera's obviously safe. So this is what it looks like when it's empty, or when there's no water. Quite transparent. We've got a lot of extra space in here, and what I was trying to say before the skeleton interrupted us was that we have room in here for maybe another farm. Maybe we'll put something like the melon farm in there, that we don't need too many melons. The cactus farm is going to occupy this cylinder right here, more or less in that space, and it might make sense to put the melons next to it. So now that you've seen what it looks like with no water, let's turn on the flow. Eventually, I want to have the thing wired up so that we can turn all of the water on and off with just the flip of a switch. These guys, this cap and this cap, all of the dispensers, which is the reason why I'm using dispensers and not just dropping the water on the block itself, is so that we can turn it on and off. These guys are wired up to one spot so that eventually I can put in a vertical transmission signal thing on this guy. There's space in this one for it, not so much in this one, but they're both wired up. These are not wired up. I'm just using buttons right now. And eventually I'll have to figure out how to get the wiring up to these guys. But for now, buttons will do. I'm not even sure. So let's say hypothetically I decide in the future, when we have a bunch of these water cylinders constructed and we're ready to wire them up, I'm not sure how that wiring is going to get to the ground. That's going to take a lot of wiring, and I would prefer it to take up almost no space. So we can get it down to the bottom of the column, but then it's going to come from the column all the way down to the donut, quote unquote. It's got to come all the way down. Gosh, I can't even see it from here. It's got to come all the way down to that without taking up a lot of space. And so they've all got to coalesce into some point. I don't know. I haven't even really thought about it. It may not be possible, or it's possible. It may not be practical. But that is a problem for another day. And just in case we do decide to do that down the line, I'm sort of planning for the future in case we decide to do that with wiring these two up. But this one I have not. At any rate, okay, so this is the last button. That should be all the water. Let's pop over here. Let's get some views. Oh. Is that a graphical glitch or what's going on here? See this? That may be like a mip mapping error or something. Or let's go see. Maybe I missed one, or there wasn't a water bucket in or something. I have one water bucket, and that's it. Looks like we missed one. Yes, this one. There we go. Okay. And then this one over here, I think that was a mip mapping thing. Okay, so that should be good. Let's check again. Let's see if we smack into a cow. No, right on the glass. Yeah, okay, so this right here, this is a mip mapping thing. So if we go into options, video settings, mip map levels, if we just modify that. And then the world will re-render. So that fixed that, but then we've got this glitch here. I haven't really found a setting where the light all looks, or, you know, the water looks right everywhere. Okay, so it looks cool, though. Let's pop down here. I started constructing the next set of columns. I had to go into the nether, and I had to go pretty far to find glowstone. The nether has been cleaned out. Nebris must have been around. But the skeleton, so to speak, has been constructed. Let's, before we look at those, let's pop out here towards the portal. And let's see what the... Whoa, it's raining, I guess, across that little stretch of river. Yeah, that doesn't look quite right. Is this one not turned on as well? Let's try some different graphical options, video settings. Let's go back to there. I had it there for a reason. Done. Back to game. Yes, that's why I had it set to 2. I think one of these isn't turned on. Maybe I missed it on my way around. And the portal is quite noisy. But it's starting to look a little bit more balanced. It definitely looked off balance at first with these two over here, and then we're going to have the columns reaching up, starting to fill the sky slowly but surely. I also did a lot of quartz harvesting as well, so we have enough quartz to go around for a while. The bottom does look too transparent, so we'll have to fill it with another farm eventually. But I think it looks good. I think it's balanced properly in terms of like the size and the height and how wide it is, all that kind of stuff. Contrasts nicely with these tall, thinner ones. And then we've got these columns here. I showed these before when I was building this side. These are storage columns that can also send signal to a farm with the button here. And I built it this way. You could have built this using less redstone, particularly now with slime blocks. This is built to be like machinery. I wanted the sounds and the lights like machinery was going up. So we get the kerchunk, kerchunk, kerchunk of the pistons and the lights turning on. And eventually, once we put the cladding on the outside, which I haven't done yet, what'll happen basically is you will just see the lights turn on as they go up and hear the ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk. You won't see the pistons. Well, I guess you will briefly. But then on the other side, we've got the storage section. A bunch of chests with comparators pointing to redstone blocks, so as they get progressively fuller, you'll be able to see, like a bar graph, how full each of these storage columns is. And these, I haven't really harvested that much. I keep using all of my wheat to breed villagers recently. So this first chest isn't even full, and similarly with the beef, not full. But with something like pumpkins, it'll be much easier to just do a one-click thing and harvest the pumpkin farm, and you don't have to do anything for pumpkin and melon farms. It's really nice. Anytime I harvest this, I have to go replant it. And anytime I harvest the cows, occasionally I have to go rebreed them. But there's that. That also took a lot of metal, which I did not get from my Iron Golem Farm. I got it from that caving expedition to make all these hoppers and pistons as well. Got it from the caving expedition. Okay, so what next? What next? I guess for the rest of the video, what I want to do is I want to work on the layouts for the ground here. So we're going to lay out some places for trees, for sand, and for a few pools of water. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do is just, well, first thing I already did is lay down some spots where we want all the trees. I keep saying we. Who's we? There's nobody here but me. There's just me. Well, okay, there is two of us. Never mind. Okay, so me and Zed Camera, we were talking. We were talking it over. And we decided every spot where I put these tree trunks here, that's where we're gonna make one of these wonky glass trees. And actually, I need to put a few more on this side. And it's going to be like a five-step process. 5-step process. Oh, no, I did put them over here. Never mind. Step 1, find spots for all the tree trunks. Step 2, build the tree trunk. Step 3, add the glass stuff. Step 4, add the soil. Step 5, add some nice water pools. So I think there will definitely be a water pool right here. In this general vicinity, probably going to level this off right there. And then dig a little pool. And I think we want at least one other pool, maybe over here. And then, so we need some other tree trunks. I think maybe a tree trunk right here. Something like that. We'll put one there. Let's see, we got one right there. And then this needs to be open. Eventually that'll be a way to go up. So that's like the grand entrance thing right there. We need to leave that available. So we have a pool there. We would probably want, let me just, I'm going to use cobblestone just so I remember. Okay, so this is where the pool is going to go, right here. Right there, more or less. I don't want them to be exactly opposite each other. I don't want them to be exactly symmetrical. Another pool right here. Boink, 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 boink. A little symbol for myself to remember. So that means we have a lot of open space here, which won't be a pool, which means more trees. Put a tree right there. Happy little tree. Oh, no, no, we got to vary it up. Can't be directly opposite that one. So we'll put it a little bit off center there. There we go. And maybe one more there. Oh, perfect. Look at that variation. I'm randomizing like a fiend. I'm not very good at the randomization thing. I have to constantly correct my randomization, which, as we've previously discussed with Beat Below, is not actually randomization. They should not all be at exact intervals. There should be some variation. Some of them should be bigger, smaller. Eventually, we'll put stuff outside the ring, but I think maybe as a test run, it's probably good to just focus on stuff inside first. Okay, and then we need one more here, I think. Maybe this will be too many trees, and if so, we'll chop them down later. All right, so there we go. We've got all of those. So then we need to basically do this stuff. We need to do this. Make them into these gnarly tree trunk things. This one is quite impressive. And I would like to have... I think most of them should be this size, and then maybe 3 or 4 of them should be this size. And then eventually, once we make stuff over here, we should have like one that's just huge. And I'll let BWO make that because he's much better at it than I am. Okay, so one thing I'm noticing about this is it looks top heavy, doesn't it? Let's give it some more roots. Let's do this. Oh yes, I'm feeling it. Yeah, it was definitely, there we go. Yeah, it was kind of top heavy. Needs to look kind of spindly but and withered, but like it can still stand up. Okay, so let's put one here. So we'll do this and this. Put that straight up and down. And then we'll go this way. And I think the important thing is to not think about this too much, just to make it. Just make it, don't think about it. Just go where your heart... Follow your heart. Go where your heart desires. We're going to make it kind of twisty. Yeah, look at that. Okay, I didn't think about it too much. So now that I've stopped, now I'm gonna think about it. We need to kind of have it bounce. I think that's kind of good. Let's add some here. Let's put a root. You got a root. And you get a root. And you get a root. There we go. All right. So basically, I'm going to do that for each of these, and then we will work on some glass. All right, all the tree trunks are done inside of the ring, the road. I think they look pretty cool, pretty gnarly, pretty twisted and desiccated, but still holding on to a tendril of life. Now we just need to add the canopy Oh, fell down a hole. The green stained glass. Glass, not grass. Green stained glass. Lime stained glass. Green stained glass pane. Lime stained glass pane. That's where the lake is going to go. So let's see. Let's start with you. You're the first contestant on The Price is Right. So we'll just start doing a bloop and a bloop and a bloop. And just don't think about it too much. Just start putting blocks up on the tree. I'll put you there, and there, and there, and there, etc., etc. Like so. Whoa! Crap! Fell down a bigger hole. Oh, and I don't need to take that ladder anymore. We can take the road. All right. Yeah, already. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Needs to get a little bit bigger, though. Needs to extend. Let's take a look at the overall shape of the tree. It's kind of going like whoop over in this direction. See that whoop, that kind of motion? So let's add some more. Let's add some more over here. Whoop. Kind of like this, and that, and that, and then a little bit under here. Little happy little tree. Okay, and we can start adding some of these, some of the panes in there. Maybe not this one. Not you. Not you. Little things like this, though. Nope, not you either. You're too low. All right, but this is basically what we're going to be doing for all of the different canopies. It's a bit of trial. Oh, gosh, that's the wrong block. It's a bit of trial and error. Trying to get the right configuration, and then you back up, you look at it. What shape is it? Is it the way you envision it in your brain? If not, try something. Add some blocks. Repeat and rinse and repeat and rinse. Rinse and repeat. Keep doing all that stuff. Okay, and let's put some panes up here. There. Lovely. Lovely. And try not to think about it too much. You have to turn your brain off to do this. I'm really bad at this. Am I implying that BOO is good at having his brain turned off? I think I just implied that pretty directly. Okay. All right. Let's see. How's that doing? That's not so bad. That's not so terrible. And then we just have to do that for every single one of these. Every single one. Oh, yeah. Check it out. Oh, man. It's starting to look really cool. This little island here, this mesa plateau, what's it called? It's literally called a mesa. This mesa is going to look really badass when this whole little section, the whole mesa, not the biome, but the whole mesa geological formation, tabletop, when the whole thing is covered with this kind of stuff. I don't think we just want like a forest of these things. So maybe another ring outside, definitely a big one over there, but we'll try to vary up the terrain. But let's run through the trees and check them out. The different levels of transparency really look pretty cool when you just move through. Oh, it looks so cool. Oh, I like it so much. Okay, pretty cool. So next to do, in our 5-stage program, we have to run over here to the little chest and deposit the glass. Let's see, I can deposit the wood as well. You know what, I'll keep a little bit just in case. We can deposit that. And now we need the soils. We're going to start to replace and place some soil around the base. Some soil around the base. I guess I put those in my chest because that thing was getting a little full with all the glass, which we have now used. We deposited all the glass on the trees. Is that? There's my soul sand. I was looking for that. I guess what I did is I smelted a lot of my sand. Man, I'm gonna have to go back to that stupid desert again. I'm just draining that thing of all its sand. Okay, so 7 stacks of sand, 4 stacks of gravel. I can get more of each, obviously. And I only have a little bit of soul sand. I would have to go get some more of that. I went on a glowstone harvesting run and also ended up picking up a lot of nether quartz. I guess quartz isn't as popular as it used to be because I grabbed a bunch of it. We will need it eventually. Okay, so let's pop on down. So we only need one slot for each of these. Let's do it like that. Keep the food on the bar. Don't really need a bow in this area. It's safe enough for the most part. We're going to be doing this kind of thing. Now, one of the things to decide is it okay for the sand, the different soils to border directly the road, or do we want... I guess we can switch back to the shovel. Do we want like a one-block barrier between them? Possibly not totally important, but it's the kind of things that I obsess over endlessly. So let's put that back. All right, let's go over to one of the new trees and dig out some soil. Just go like a blooper, a blooper, a blooper. Like that. Just like that. That should be good. And we'll start with something about that size. And after placing everything, we'll give it a look-see from a distance and see, does it need more, does it need less, that kind of thing. Just kind of like that, to make it look like it's sitting in some soil and not in solid stone. Although I guess this is hardened clay. Not in hardened clay. Let's do this one too. Man, I've preserved all these little doodads. Maybe I should harvest them before I break more of them. But I've been preserving them ever since I moved here, and looks like as we terraform the land, we're going to finally replace them. Do that, just that, and just don't think about it too much. Just place blocks. Place blocks, run away, kind of thing. And we got a little variations in our terrain here. Kind of neat. Put that there, and that. No, not there. There. Okay, and we'll do... Oh, pickaxe might help. Oh, I don't need the silk touch one anymore. Nice. All right, I'm liking it. I'm going to do this for each one, as you might expect. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Starting to come together nicely. They all have a nice little bit of soil around the edges. Man, this thing is getting good. It's getting big. Everything, long set plans are starting to come together, and I'm happy that it's doing so. Okay, next thing to do, we gotta dig a couple of pools, and need to keep in mind that we had the idea when BOO was over here of having a waterfall falling down. So let's keep that in mind. Let's come over here, and I think first thing we need to do is just level this off. Probably need to do something about this ladder, and need to look into some kind of slime block elevator type dealio, so I can get rid of this ladder. I want to get rid of all the scaffolding. I only want scaffolding on things I'm actively working on. If I can do that. I've been trying to finish things off one at a time. The lens had scaffolding until the day we reset the server, and it always kind of bugged me that was the case, so I've been trying to do things differently this time around. We have a lot fewer scaffolding. We have this stuff, which is like laying out where the next farm is going to go. But as soon as we start working on it, we'll get rid of it. That was me walking on sand, not a creeper. Okay, so I'm going to have a pool right here. Just goodbye. We'll just dig out a vague shape, something like this. About this size, a nice size pool. We're going to have two. One over here, one over there. Don't think about it too much. Don't think about it. Just do it. There. Oh, that's nice. Okay, I like that. Okay, put a torch there. Ah! Almost fell down. Oh, gosh. Okay. Let's look here. Where would it come down? Oh, the pool's right there. Boink, 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 boink. Okay, so the water would fall right about here. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do, pig. And then eventually there might be another pool. Where would the pool be? If the water fell into a lower pool, that would have to be... I don't even know. Maybe here. We would have to hollow this out a bit and put a pool right there and maybe extend this a little bit. If it got blown up, I think that might work. And then this is the the road would continue underneath there. I think that'll work. Okay. Okay. Until then, I'll definitely start the waterfall. Maybe we'll have to build this out a little bit. Because otherwise the water's going to fall right there. So we'll have to do something. Do I have any of those orange ones? I do. So let's modify this. We're terraforming. We're deciding how the earth is going to be. Something like that. Something like this. And let's plug that hole. There we go. Okay, and then the water is going to fall maybe one block, maybe one block further out, like that. There. Okay, so that will be where the water falls, right there. Yes, perfect. Okay, we'll have you there, and it'll be these like this block, and this block. So until then, whoops, not there. Oh gosh, get out of the block you're trying to build in. We'll do it like that. Lovely. Yeah, okay, and then let's dig this one block lower. And we're going to do the same thing with the other pool, which is going to be right there. And that one's going to fall maybe right down to there. Well, this is going to be where the horse stables are, so I don't know. I'll have to think about that. But we'll dig this one out, and we're going to replace all of the terrain with dirt, sand, gravel, and occasionally soul sand. All right, I think we're about ready to go. There's a little hole there. My OCD, I just want to plug it. Okay, so we got a lake there, a little stream here. Not a stream, a little lake here, a little lake there. Little lake everywhere. Plug all the holes. That's the wrong color. Oh no. All right, let's get to work though. Enough fiddle-faddling. So we're gonna do the bottom layer and then the next layer. I don't want any weird streams. I don't want pressure pushing you down when you're in the bottom. We gotta have all source blocks all the time. Okay, that layer's done. And we do the same thing here. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. Lovely. And then we'll get the cascading source block effect, which is always cool. Blink, blink. And we'll just continue that down the line. Okay, we need some over here. Boink. Oh, yeah, just one. There we go. Okay, so that one's ready. Let's go check out this one. Oh, let's go ahead. Let's do this. Boink, boink, boink. So we can release the... I thought I filled both of these. Whoa, thunder. I want to release them both at the same time. It'd be nice and dramatic. Oh, man, this is going to be so dramatic. Oh! We're going to have thunder and lightning in the background. We've got all kinds of new scenery that I'm so excited about. I'm so glad BWO came over, because otherwise, I don't know if I would have come up with this tree design on my own. But with his help, we came up with something pretty cool. Hopefully, we'll get him back here again soon, and we can do some more stuff. I hope. Oh, okay. You're going to be like that. And that's not going to fill up, is it? Dang it. Well, all right, whatever, fine. There we go. Okay, good. So after that fills up a bit, it stops trying to flow into the bottom there. Give me a... Oh, man, it's not working. It's broken. It's broken. There. Oh, yes. That's what I'm looking for. Lovely. And one more. Excellent. Okay, fill those back up. We've got some lakes here. Okay, what three was I going to do? I think this... Oh, okay. The three that I replaced the block below. And did I measure that correctly? Yes, looks like I did. Good. It's going to actually go in the... I made a little hole for each of these so that they wouldn't just flow all over the place. Okay, and then here we're doing this one. I think, yeah, that'll be good. And then these two. And that'll be our little cascading waterfalls. Pretty cool. Oh, yes. Yeah, we'll have a little pool right there eventually in that kind of general area. And then a pool down there in that general area. I think it's looking pretty neat. I think we need to add some torches here, though. 1, 2, 3, Whatever. We're going to be replacing these with pumpkins soon enough anyway. And we've got too much scenery around. It's going to be hard to keep with the grid. The grid was only temporary. Anyway, so we'll just put some torches here and there around the edge here where it's all jangly. All right, so I guess that's it for this episode. Look, it looks like I did a lot, didn't I? We've made all these trees. We made a couple of little lakes that cascade down with waterfalls, and I finished off that thing. That's a lot. That's a lot. Okay, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave your comments below. Any suggestions for things you'd like to see, ways to build things, people you'd like to see me collab with to bring out here to build things. Hope you enjoyed it. See you later. Take it easy. Have a good day. Bye-bye.